This video is a quick showing off of my goodbye to my D300. I'm putting this camera up for sale. Probably if you're watching this, it's already been sold. But if any of you are thinking about getting a second-hand camera, I can't recommend the Nikon D300 enough. This camera has done me so well, it's done me so many jobs. The files that you get from it are 12 megapixels, and they are pretty darn clean, up to about 1600 ISO, if you're in good light. It does go up to 3200 ISO. I wouldn't use that if you're really sending it to publications or if you're doing weddings. Try and use some more flash. Speed of it is very fast. Its autofocus was very good. It hasn't really been surpassed by my D700. Its frames per second, without the extra battery pack, is around about 5 frames a second. I'll let you hear that. So you just change it to that, put it to continuous high. Nice and fast there. Its buffer was pretty big. If we take that off and we see how many raw files it can do in one go. Let's see, and this is with what kind of memory card? This is a SanDisk, just an Ultra SanDisk memory card, and this is taking, I think this is the 12-bit RAWs. Let me just double check that. So 12-bit compressed RAWs. Oh, yeah, so as you see, it does quite a few until it slows down. I didn't bother counting that, but as you can see, it's pretty good. Total number of frames that my one's done is about 80,000 photos. Now these are tested and rated up to 150,000 photos. So this, even though I've used it a lot, is only about halfway through its life, or through its expected life to have. I've taken pretty darn good care of it. However, I have used it in almost every situation, from snowy conditions, because it is weather resistant or weather proof almost. Rain falling on top, no problem. It's a good, hard, endurable body, and all the rubber bits have stayed on. The D80, which I had years and years ago, all the rubber bits were kind of all falling off and not very good. Here, the only thing is a bit of wear there. As you can see, that's just kind of got smooth. One thing I do like about this more than the D700 is to open up the memory card bit. You have to do that, and then you have to do that, and that's, I just found that was better on this than it was on the D700. Also, the eyepiece hole here, it's got a better frame. You can frame your subjects better with this than the D700 again. As you can see, it's got a fully working live view, and you can focus during the live view as well. It's got auto and like tripod views of live view settings, and I use that a lot if I'm doing any kind of jewellery, macro shots, or if I am, when else do I use it? I use it for some other things, but I can't remember at the moment. But definitely jewellery, macro, insects, still life, always using this. And when you're in it, you can zoom in as well as much as you want. So you can see right there and zoom back out, which is a very handy thing if you're doing macro stuff. So the D300, great camera, hasn't failed me once, hasn't done like a dodgy file, you know, I've never had to rescue anything. It's got all the connections here for your HDMI out, your video out, and other things which I've just never used. It takes one CF card, so not two or anything like that, and the CF card faces so that the logo is pointing towards yourself. You can put identification on all the files that you make with this. It also has a diopter change, so if you're slightly short-sighted, you can put it up the way, and if you're long-sighted, you can put it down the way, so you don't need to wear your glasses while wearing it. Also has a mirror up function, so you can do, again, very sharp macro shots, or if you just want to clean the sensor in this. I've cleaned the sensor a bunch of times on this, no problems cleaning it at all. It has an internal sensor cleaning thing, which you might hear. When you turn it on and off, it's like a super high-pitched little me, and that's it cleaning the sensor anyway. But I, maybe once every 6 months or so, I do a little swab clean of it, because with any vibration, sensor cleaning doesn't really do everything. But yeah, great camera, loads of fashion stuff with this, loads of sports. And if you get the battery in this works in the D300 as well. And if you get the extra battery pack, it brings the frames up to 7 frames a second. It's also got fully CLS enabled flash, so you can trigger all your off-camera flashes with this. So if I turn this one, I don't have a battery in it. However, if I did have a battery in this, I could use the pop-up flash here to set off these flashes, and I can so if these are 10 meters away and I can't be bothered going over and manually changing them, I can change all the flash settings in camera. In the menu setting, I've set flash control for built-in flash. I've got it as commander mode, and I've got it so it's dash dash, so this doesn't affect the exposure of your image. And then I manually change groups A and B of my external off-camera flashes, and that's just all controlled by this little guy here. So very good for off-camera flash work as well. For me, although it's done 80,000 photos, I'm selling it for, when I bought it, it was around about £1,200. I'm selling it for about £300 now. So it's just like bye-bye, because I just don't use it, because I use my D700 and my Canon 5D Mark II instead. However, if you're thinking of getting into a bit more professional photography and you want a good, strong, sturdy camera which is going to last you 5 years, this is easily going to do it. If you want the latest, glitziest, specialist, spunkiest little thing that you can get something else. However, if you want a good, decent deal, this is what I'm giving away. Oh, I'm not giving away, but this is what I'm selling just now. And it's been great. Bye. It's been my friend. I've made loads of money with this, actually. Loads of magazine shots, loads of weddings, loads of stuff. However, for weddings, now I definitely use my D700. Anyway, there you go. Cheers. Bye-bye.